Hi guys, welcome to Darren's Computing Corner, and today we're going to be starting off a brand new computing series where I go through the history of Ubuntu. Now this piece of software started in October 2004, and what I plan to do with this is I take you from the very first system that Linux released as a part of Ubuntu, and I slowly take you over to the latest one. Now, I'm aware that this may potentially be ongoing as they release a new system for Ubuntu every 6 months, every April and every October. So I'll start with the first one, which is Warty Warthog. They've named them after alliterative terms for an animal. And this is what we are given. This is how it's introduced. It's really rather interesting. I don't think that font was anything just Microsoft exclusive. This is interesting. We have 4 gig of RAM. As well. So talking about a piece of software from 2004. Yeah, it's well advanced in its time. So this would be a fun one to try and look into. I mean, later on down the line, you get to try out the system before you install it. There we go. Let's get setting up Ubuntu. So we want English. Let's turn my phone upside down. We even have Welsh as well, Gymraeg. But of course, for all simplicity's sakes, let's go for English and UK. Select a keyboard layout, British English. For 5%, 81%. Okay. Right, well, join me back in a bit because I need to check something. Won't be long, guys. And welcome back, guys. And we managed to work out where I'd gone wrong. And that is the fact that when I was setting up this virtual machine, I selected a SATA CD-ROM rather than an IDE, which is how it then ultimately failed the first time round. So I've switched it to an IDE disk, and now we can carry on. And yes, we will write these changes to disk. That shows up as 536 gigabytes. So this shows every third power of 10 rather than every 10th power of 2. So it's installing the Ubuntu base system. Now, things do evolve over time, as you will witness through this series, as we progress on. But this is just your bulk standard. Surprised this actually gave me 4 gig of RAM, because I don't think it needed that much. But I don't often use Ubuntu, so what would I know? I'm more of a Mac person. So we're just sorting this out. And here we go. The first stage of installation is complete. Your computer will now reboot, ask you a few remaining questions, and install more packages. And now we're going to boot the kernel. It's nice to know they're using the same DOS file as Microsoft did back in 1981. So we're uncompressing Linux at the moment. I think that should say decompressing. Let me know in the comments which one's the correct term. But I always thought it was decompress. This is going to be an interesting system to set up. Yeah, so takes a bit of time. Oh, there we go. Just thinking, does one of these fail? I'm pretty sure one of these fails. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm just intrigued by the hex code that's up at the top there. So the 37BEA000. Yeah, I am interested by that. Hexadecimal. That's where it failed. So this program will now walk you through the process of setting up your newly installed system. Yeah, Europe, London, obviously Great Britain. And we'll do Darren's Corner. Okay. So it's going to force you to enter a password. Invalid username. Invalid username. So it doesn't force you to enter a password. I had an incorrect username. That's interesting. It's a good way to show you what you're installing. That's very interesting. And we have all the fonts that's just been installed. X server. End cursor's turn. That's interesting. Impressed at the moment. Probably a good idea to not set a virtual machine up with any passwords. There we go. So what video modes do you want X server to use? So I think in this case I'm going to go those are the three that I've got. Let's go 1200 by 800. That's fun. I've just seen how that went. I held it in for as long as I could. I think I've got another one coming. Got some Malaysian fonts as well. Open Office as well. Thank you for choosing Ubuntu. Your setup of your system is now complete. I will log in. I'm going to set the I'm going to set up or try to. Join me back in a bit, guys, as I try and set this up and just to log in. See you in a bit. Welcome back, guys. And we just are able to, let me just sort that out. There we go. Now we can see what's going on. So now what we'll do is I'll sign in. I've had to set everything back up again. But now it will let me sign in. I mean, or does that sound like it's trying to sound like the Apple sound up, the Apple startup sound? So let's see what we've got. So first off, I want to be able to, I think I'm going to set this up so that I'm going to change the display on that. Desktop preferences. Yeah, I just want the, I want it set, there we go. Screen resolution. Oh, I glitched. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh, there we go. Let's reverse it back. That's good. That's sort of what I was aiming for. But yeah, look at that. I think I'm just going to have to leave it as it is. Wait for that to sort itself out. Oh, this is no fun. Can't see what's going on because we're glitched. So we'll just then, I guess we're just going to have to do this. And then, let's change the desktop background. And now we'll just have a look at some accessories. See what programs we can run on here. Let's see. We've got Nemetris. Let's have a game of that. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Oops, didn't want to do that either. Let's try again. Just gonna do that. So then we're able just to work on that. We'll get a single out of that, nice. And put another one up here. Oh, that's a good idea because that gives me a double. And a single. I don't think that was a good idea though. But at least I've got some lines out of it. Not going to get Tetris anyway because there's a gaping big gap in the middle of the 4 lines. Yeah, my plan to get Tetris has fallen horribly on its head. Although I got a triple that time, so just leveled up to level 2. Oh, look at this! I'm back in the running for a Tetris. I'm going to have to put that there, cut my losses. Well, talk about that for a glitch. Did you see that? It looks like I've built a little building with these gaps. Yeah, I could definitely do better than that. Go to preferences, random block colors. Let me see what that looks like. Oh. Whoops, that was a bad move. I will get a double out of that. And now I'm back in the running to getting a Tetris. Well, I was until I did that. That usually gives you a triple if you play your blocks right. So I'll be back in a bit, guys, and I will just answer that. I won't be long. Welcome back, guys. That's an interesting turn of events. My next door neighbour's just knocked on my door, and he's given me a little something which I'm definitely going to make use of. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to what we're doing. Let's have a look. So we've done the games. This is what Office looks like. Open Office 1.1.2. Let's see if I can zoom that into page width. I should be able to. Now I can see what's going on. And then with that in mind, I'm just going to come up with a little document. Now that almost reminds me of it being a Helvetica font, although you've got a Nimbus serif as well. I think they're all going to be like Helvetica, apart from a few. Make that 12. Let's change the font on that as well. I think I might just switch back to my Nimbus font. You do have Helvetica. Look at freeze. No, not Gargi. That reminds me of that's trying to look like Times New Roman. And then what we'll do here, so do that, and then the date that I analysed it. And then we'll just save that. And it's given me a document extension of SXW, which I find really rather interesting. Let's have a look at something else while we're thinking about it. Let's go for the GIMP. Ah, there we go. So that's what you do. I like the look of that. Whoops. Gonna keep doing that. And then we do the year. Whoops. And then do the following. Well, that looks like an interesting way to put Warty. Let's see. Well, that's a good way to put an RTH as a ligament. Never realised I could do that with my handwriting. Let's try that again. I think I did that the wrong way round. And you did what I didn't want you to do. Keep doing that the other way. And you keep doing what I don't want you to do. It's a bit more like it. Okay. So I don't want to save that. But I do want to come out of that and show you something else. Probably no point in doing any multimedia. We do actually have sound, but I've got no music on there. Let's go for some free cell. I can do more than just free cell. Let's see. Like that. But you've only got 2 card styles. But immediately I can't move, so I'm going to have to use that. Start using the pile at the top. Got an ace. I do hearts, clubs, hearts, diamonds, clubs, spades in that order. You only get 1 point for every card you move. Just really rather sad. What's even worse is you can't really do anything with these cards. I am waiting for a red or black 5. But so far I'm getting anything other than what I'm after. Find 1 red 4 and use 1 red 4 and then find the other. Nothing. No. 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 All the other cards I need are hidden behind the other ones. Can't do anything with these cards. Let's try again. See an ace. There's a 9. Found the ace of hearts. Got the 8. Black 8. No. No. There's a 2 and a 3. I need a black. I need a red jack even. There's an 8. There's a 9. There's a black 8 as well. But I certainly have done better than I did last time, because last time I only had 3 points. Let's just hope I can actually beat this game. No, nothing there. No, that's a spades. I need a red 8, which I'm not going to get. I've got a red 8. And I'm greeted with a red 4. Right, let's see if I can find a red 7. which I seem to not be able to do. This is rather interesting, but unfortunately I can't beat this level. We'll do one more. No, we won't. We're going to call it here for this video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.